magic explosion in Skellige. Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts.
I just spawned. This music is scaring me.
If Miretta wants something from the continent, I'll go on a raid.
Greetings.
Looking to buy?
Show me your wares.
Bro, the music is fire. Y'all hearing this?
So long.
What'd I do? It wasn't me.
Can't I play today, Dad?
Faster. King's passing.
Need more time in the air.
One before who it'll be no shame to lower. Not a weakling, I reckon, but my coin says he can't be. Sorry to trouble you, but I really have no choice.
What is it?
Our ship was wrecked against a rocky shore during the last storm. I've lost everything.
How am I supposed to help?
I haven't even got the coin for the journey home, and with each day's delay, I draw closer to bankruptcy.
Bro, I just crashed.
Might have guessed you'd come around to coin. So, need a loan? Or is it just alms you're after?
I shall pay you back every last copper, I swear it. You need only call on me at my address in Novigrad.
Heard a few too many tales like yours to believe yet another.
To tell you the truth, I'd probably not believe it either. Alas, I must count on the kindness of others.
Hard time amongst the living.
You need not do this, child.
I know, but I want to.
Tis madness. Such a young lass.
Erna should be the one going. They shared a bed longer.
Silence. It is her decision.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. The eulogy.
King Bran of Clan Twyrsech has embarked on his final voyage. At its end, our glorious ancestors await him. Together they will hunt and raid. They will sit round the fire and praise the deeds of ages past. For now, he lives in our hearts. One day, we too shall stand at his side and face the sea together. That will be a good day.
You knew Bran?
Yes, he was well respected. Unlike his wife.
Skellige is its clans. In times of war, tradition holds the clans unite under the leadership of their king. We've bid Bran farewell. Time to pick his successor who will lead us against the Black Ones. The gates of Caer Troll stand open to all who held Bran of Clan Twyrsech dear. Mead and meat will be plentiful. During the wake, those who believe themselves worthy of the crown will step forth.
Come to the wake with me?
Gladly.
Feasts in Skellige, so predictable. Slobbering drunks, brazen boasting, and the inevitable rows that result.
Yeah, nothing like the banquets mages attend. Remember the one on Thanedd?
You were there. How could I forget? I also remember excruciatingly well what happened after the banquet.
She has purple eyes.
Reading my mind again?
What's more, I like what I see.
Or is that blue? I think purple.
Did you learn anything in Velen?
Been to Novigrad. Ciri was there, looking for a way to lift some curse. She's not there anymore.
You're certain?
Heard it from Dandelion, with no embellishments.
Do you know any more about this curse?
Not much. Ciri ran into some trouble, never finished what she went there to do. I recovered a phylactery. She was looking for a way to enchant it.
I'll look at it later.
Velen. Awful place. Somehow Ciri wound up at the castle of the local ruler, a baron, self-proclaimed. This was after she was injured.
Injured?
Was it serious?
Don't think so. Must have recovered because this Baron sent her on to Novigrad. Think she was looking for you at the time. These witches Ciri came across, she was lucky to escape them.
Witches?
Creatures, more like. Can't say exactly what they are, but they're dangerous. Very. Also ran into an old friend of ours in Velen, Kira.
What on earth is Kira Metz doing in that wasteland?
Hiding from witch hunters. Listen, she told me an elven mage had been there looking for Ciri.
Good. You'll need to tell me more when we have some time.
How about you? What have you learned?
Something strange happened on Ardskellig a time ago. A disaster brought about by a burst of magic. Extraordinary, really. Natural anomaly. Never seen anything like it. My intuition tells me Ciri was its cause.
As much as I respect your intuition, Yen, you need something specific. Evidence.
I'd know for certain if I was able to inspect the disaster zone. Unfortunately, Ermion and his druids aren't letting anyone near.
Ermion's head of the Skellige Circle? Haven't seen him since...
Since Ciri was a little girl. I doubt he'll do you any favors, not even for old time's sake.
So why won't Ermion let you inspect the area of the anomaly?
Call it a difference of opinion. A large, loud difference. Look, it's Krach.
White Wolf!
Greetings, Krach.
I shall see you at the wake, and I'll not accept any excuses. I've an important matter to discuss with you.
I shall wear black and white for the feast. I count on you to don something complimentary. Something that doesn't reek of 1,000 hunts.
Yen, you know I can't stand new doublets. Just too tight till you break them in.
And just like Krach, I'll not accept any excuses. We're not here to enjoy ourselves. We've matters to resolve and should dress appropriately. I've rented a room at the inn. Took the liberty of laying out some clothes for you there. You ought to go. Choose something. In the meantime, I've something to attend to. We'll meet at the entrance to the feast hall.
Swords on his back. Ah! What a next butcher.
Come on, trim it. Send us away.
Don't eat so much.
Wait a spit up.
Because if you get forgotten, those herrings get behind.
We're good and true here. Hopefully, so we are. Mrs. Server. Will your axe never crumble?
Hey.
Ran of Clan Twisak, our valiant king.
Well, maybe they got new haircuts. Yo, I need to go bald.
Smooth seas this morning, as if the gods themselves were paying their respects to the great Conung Bran.
You a tailor?
I am. Only one in the Isles, most like.
Take it you're good with scissors. Give me a haircut.
It ain't something I usually do, but it wouldn't be right to turn down a traveller.
No, it's the same.
So long.
Wait, he's like a shop.
Hey, Schuster. Gladly look at what you got.
Wise man.
So long.
Come see.
Must be the one with the arms. Bad papers. Wanderer.
This has gotta be Yen's room. She always did like space and luxury.
Bro, look at my stash.
Glamour. Scent of lilac and gooseberries, even with the lid on. Taste hasn't changed. No idea how she managed to bring so much clothing. Must have hired out a galleon. As usual, black and white. The stuffed unicorn. She fixed it. Her megascope? Guess she never goes anywhere without it. As Philippa Eilhart said, megascopes and toothbrushes, deeply personal possessions. Tisaya de Vries, the poisoned source. Still turns to it for inspiration. Right. Just not something I'd ever wear. But what don't we do for our... Who exactly is she to me?
Oh! Hey there, friend. What's the rush?
Call that working.
Friends we show heart, foes we show our heart.
Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm swinging it, eh?
Who are there with you? You looking for...
Freya smile of
Listen, Witcher. Got us some weird diabling. You know, drowners. Real problem. The kind your silver sword could most certainly solve.
Let me guess. They're tearing your nets, devouring your fish, and attacking the occasional lone boatman or tavern patron who walks home along the shore.
Were that the only harm? Terrors in the bay are meaner than on the continent. They hunt come dusk or dawn. They attack fishermen wielding just oars and warriors alike. Sea tosses them up after. Armor shredded, guts devoured.
Strange. Any witnesses?
Rurik, my apprentice. He was on a boat the Muir Diablin attacked. There's Tove, too. Her man was killed. She lives nearby, up a bit. Sorry, none of it comes to mind. Those who see the beasts, meet him, well, they generally don't come back to dry land alive.
Let's talk about my pay first. A bit too modest for my taste.
That's just a bit high, master. That's just a bit high, That's dear, it is, but could be worth it. All right, I'll pay you what you want.
I'll take the job. Dealt with drowners many times. It'll soon be over. Got my word on that.
Here, Bill. Drink
last night, too.
Sorry, I keep sniffling. I
Oh,
have
they
my
did.
allergies.
Cut his punch open, pulled out his guts and made him run round the tree till he ran out. Oh, guts.
Ah! Hey!
Hey there! Come, take a gander!
Greetings. Looking to buy?
Shup. So long.
Whoa there, Roach.
Hey there.
Bran was a great ruler.
He needs a worthy successor.
You speak as though you have someone in mind.
Skellige's troubles very much derive from it not being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as well. A strong leader who wields true power. That is what the times require.
I'm Geralt, a Witcher.
Berna, Queen of Skellige. I'm glad we've met, but you must forgive me. JEDI calls.
Lovely outfit. You look dashing.
Thank you. You're dazzling.
You know I really missed your candidness. I'm glad we're here together.
Don't like funerals. Don't like feasts.
I know. You also dislike underdone meat and being teleported. But sometimes we must overcome our disgusts and prevail.
We should mingle before they all get drunk. There'll be no talking to anyone then.
Good thinking. I don't know what Krach wants, but when we meet with him, we should have clear minds.
I'm not gonna drink. Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
Do you plan to compliment me all evening?
I plan to tell you what I think.
Oh, they did it, man. Cut his poncho, so, pulled out his guts and farewell feast.
Bread, sheep's milk cheese.
Our wagon's full of loot we ripped from black ones.
We've also wine from the temple.
Geralt, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Your beard. Why did you decide to grow it out?
Don't really know.
Must say it suits you.
Lady Yennefer. Sir,
Greetings, Arnvald. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
I am honored.
Nice to meet you too. Quite a few guests.
They come to bid their king farewell. They come to see the claimants to the crown.
We wanted to talk to Krach on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Ceres. Follow me, please.
They've seated us here.
I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious Witcher Geralt.
We've met. Don't remember?
That was ages ago. Hjalmar and I were children when you last visited Orda. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honor. That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue Boy Lucas, Madman Lucas's firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Otric on Hindar.
Forgive me. I remember our meeting all those years ago, but I don't recall your name.
Ceres on Crate, Krach her dad, and her big brother Hjalmar called a Sparrowhawk.
A Jarl's daughter she is. Fat lot of good it does her.
Ceres is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Crack about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill. Remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating, but I would have won then, as I'd win now.
Now that you mention him, just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in?
If the Witcher's in.
Geralt?
Gladly. What are the rules?
Whoever pulls Hjalmar's axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and you lose.
And here I was, ready to puke from all the boredom. Let's go!
Are we racing with horses or on our feet?
We're here. From this spot, you must reach the top of that mount. At the summit, you'll see the stump of an oak. Hjalmar's axe buried in it. Whoever pulls the axe from the stump first wins.
I'm ready.
You'll start when I sound the horn.
We put some coin on it, Lugos. Actually, dog shite idea. You never pay.
Show me what you've got, monster slayer! Hurry it up, old man!
I won, but only by a hair.
No such thing. There's winning and there's losing, and I lost. We best go back to the week.
Let's. See the wakes in full swing.
Lost sight of yous. Who won?
I lost.
Lost to a Witcher, Sparrowhawk. That'd likely happen to any of us. Enough of the natter and let's drink.
Can't today, for good reason, believe me.
But if not today, then when?
You've been great company. Sadly, it's time we moved on.
Really?
Indeed. We must talk, but not here. You shall learn all beyond that door.
My God, and died heroes. There's 3 black ones alone.
Lies. Could believe that shit.
Across the wide somewhere sea. You're not there.
Feast the control, legendary.
Tell me, Lugos.
What'll it do?
Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a Witcher. Geralt, Jarl Donar and Hinder, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen. He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker one more time, and I'll chop off your head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha! Giving me a true fright right now. Shat my best trousers. Put that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
Settle this outside.
Who the fuck are you to advise me, eh?
Someone with better manners. You insult Bran's memory and Krag's hospitality with this. Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the Black Ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing. Total war with the Empire is another.
Awfully mouthy, this one. Go stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
Know what, Lugos? Just realized I don't give a damn about your hallowed rules of hospitality.
Finally, some diversion. And here I was ready to puke from all the boredom. Come on, freak. Show us what you're made of.
Move the benches. There's to be some gob slapping.
30. You think I'm scared of you, bro? Because you were 30? Bro, my parry game is different.
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Fist his fucking gob! Make him choke on his teeth or...
Had enough?
You got me good. That were quite a wallop. Still seeing spots, room rocking like a leaky tub in a hurricane.
We'll call it even then, soon as you apologize to the lady.
Don't hold it against me, milady. It's my deep conviction sorceresses are needed. Deeply so.
No offense taken. Forget about it.
That I like. And the knocking. It's what men do. Give me your paw, Witcher. Let me squeeze. It's a worthy one. Witcher, have a drink with me. Proof there's no hard feelings. And visit me at times, I insist. Yoren's been jabbering about bringing in a Witcher for that haunted lighthouse. Do me a favour. Meet him for an ale in the tavern near Arenbjorn. Then you but a short jaunt to find me, so as we can knock back something stronger. Here's to our next.
No hard feelings, but we'll have to drink another time.
Yes. We've important discussions ahead.
You land rats are all the same. Fear to you wenches.
What now?
Now we pay a visit to Ermien's laboratory.
Didn't know we'd been invited.
Because we've not been.
Take it Ermien won't be there.
That's right.
And what's the purpose of this visit?
We're looking for an object. The Mask of Cerberus. We'll need it. Come, Geralt.
Now you'll tell me why you need this mask.
Oh, I shall. In due course.
Take it you'll decide when.
Correct.
You know, she's kind of manipulative, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Manipulative. Alright, maybe not manipulative.
Yes?
She just likes telling people what to do. She's kind of hot.
Footsteps. Shh. Guards. Hide behind the tapestry.
Sparrows chip, while starlings chirp.
What do jackdaws do?
Jackdaws caw. Goldfinches warble, and cranes whoop, whereas peacocks screech. Hawks scream, larks trill, and doves, they coo. That's all of them.
What about nightingales?
Ah, right. Nightingales croon.
Thou. close. This'll be tough to open.
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Hard not to.
Ermien's spies. An indication that we're near his laboratory. I also sense a clear magic aura. Come, there's a ledge outside this window. We must pass along it.
Seen uglier sights in my life.
Geralt of Rivia, being romantic. Yes? Amazing how a hobby can render a man mysterious. Fascinating.
Especially a druid. Must be a real nature lover.
Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot how to use this. Is it down? Yeah, it's down.
A basin of water.
For teleprojection, a reflection of Ermien appears on the surface. Supplicants speak to it.
Ah!
Are you all right?
Cut myself.
The door's locked. The animals, they're alive. Yen, watch out.
Oh, he got poisoned.
Monsters.
Oh.
Feel them.
That's one less.
Strange. Smells of mushrooms in here.
No.
That's one less. That's one less.
What's happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran at Ermien's animals, sword flailing. I had to calm you.
Must have looked strange.
Your years of vigorous training at Kaer Morhen finally paid off. Bested nearly all the stuffed beasts in here.
Please.
Fine. We've passed the trial of taxidermy. The door stands open. Let's go inside, Geralt. I'll lock the entrance. We don't want to raise suspicions. Ah, our dear druid's laboratory.
Didn't expect
We must search
this.
Ermien's
Large
wand.
female.
He's one of the few druids to use one.
A child's skull.
Wondrous world of insect.
Look at this. A detailed map of the Northern Kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
Out of date.
A goat carved out of linden wood. signed to Uncle Ermion.
Little Ciri's handiwork. That's what she called him when he was her tutor.
Goes in for light reading, too. The corpse of Novigrad by Sasha Hadi. Skelliger's tales about the wild hunt.
The island is...
Seems Ermion has real tobacco brought in. A sword in a stone. Thing's begging me to pull it out.
It's not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice.
I'm on it.
Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist. Looks like Ermion places something in the statue's hand. So, statue, how about a skull? Guess you're no indecisive prince. What do you say we give it a pine cone?
It's a big ass pine cone.
Nothing. How about a mug of mead? Statue or not, everybody needs a drink sometimes. Huh. Seems like it worked. Who would have thunk?
Ermion enjoys jests achieved at the expense of others. I have a sneaking suspicion the mask will be in here.
There it is.
This is it. We've got it. We must return to the feast quickly before... Ah! It's a trap.
Great. Just wonderful.
Geralt, hear that?
Smelled it. Gas. Grate still closed. Gotta think of something quick.
Thank God I got this potion thing.
The damned druid will poison us. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind. Hold on tight. Damn. I tore a hole in my dress. Wait a minute. I must mend it.
You know how to sew.
Please. I'll enchant a needle. Wait.
For what?
We must talk to Croc.
Why? Think he misses us? Because I missed you. no.
I missed you too.
When are you gonna finally burn this piece of junk?
My heart couldn't take it. So many memories. Damn it, Geralt. Do you have any idea how much they cost?
Come here. We gotta hurry. Croc's waiting.
Is that so?
Yen, let go of the mane.
I know you. I let go, you throw us off. Don't even try. My, oh my.
Missed you.
I missed you too.
We ought to get back to the wake.
I must dress. Turn around.
Croc and Crate asked about you.
We went out. For a breath of fresh air.
The claimants to the throne will step forth in a moment.
Now heed my words. There is no greater act of valor than to fight a beast cursed by men and gods. No greater deed than that done to serve the goddess.
Words of uncommon beauty. We thank you. And we'll take them to heart. But now, let's begin. We have seen Bran off to the beyond, and must now choose his successor. A king must be wise. A king must command respect. A king must have bollocks. We've no lack of men like that. Let those who feel worthy of the throne of Skellige step forth. My son could not be here this day. Behold his axe. Behold his will. May the best man or woman win. What's got into her?
She's your daughter, is she not?
Now I know why she said she'll sail to Speakerog. Ah, children. The older they grow, the more trouble they are. Come with me. All the more essential we talk now. How was it, Geralt, when Ciri was nearing womanhood? I remember well her nan, her mother, what they were like. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ciri was impossible to control. No telling her what to do. Had to have things her own way almost always. Why do you ask?
No specific reason. She and Ceres, they're of a similar age. But we'll speak of my children later.
First, let's speak of yours. Yennefer claims Ciri's in trouble, and you seek her.
That's right.
If you require aid, gold, ships, anything, merely say the word. I'll give you all I can. And I know the lass lives. I'm sure of it. When the blood of Rhiannon's daughters is shed, the sea grows white with fury. I'd mark such a storm.
Need your help. Ciri probably came here to Skellige.
And very likely caused the cataclysm along the coast. The site upon which the Druids focus so intensely now.
A site Ermion refuses to let us explore.
Specifically, he won't let me explore it. We fought. We're not friendly now.
Don't concern yourself with him. Druids have little trust for mages. But Ermion's heart is in the right place. Am I right to assume he does not know you seek Ciri?
It's of no concern to him.
As I thought. At any rate, Ard Skellig's my isle. You've my permission to investigate as you see fit.
Thank you.
No need. I swore an oath once. I aim to keep it. Anvald, tell the druid I must speak to him. At the usual spot. I've one more matter to broach. My children. You remember Hjalmar? Well, he swore an oath to kill the giant of Undvik. Set off and has yet to return. Whereas Ceres announced that she's to set off on an adventure of her own. Got it in her head that Udalric is not mad, but cursed.
Giants. They've been extinct for ages. Anyone actually seen the one on Undvik?
Aye. Dozens of refugees have. The giant drove everyone off the isle. I've welcomed what remains of Clan Tordarach here on Ard Skellig.
I heard a rumor that an unnatural frost gripped Undvik before the giant appeared.
It's true. At any rate, Hjalmar decided to kill the giant and give the isle back to its people. A deed worthy of a king, he believes. My son gathered a hearty crew at the new port. They were to sail to Undvik, then travel on foot to Oskar, the village. But that many lads should have killed the giant long ago. Thus, I thought to ask you.
You should start at the new port. Ask around. Hjalmar might have told someone there his plans.
Take it Ceres wants to lift the curse.
There's no curse to speak of. Ceres has decided she must match Hjalmar and sort out a deed worthy of a queen.
Think she might need my help? You did plan to ask me for it. Why?
The thing is, I don't trust Udalric further than I can spit. Ceres won't listen to me, or her brother. Yet confronted by a professional who will explain why she's mistaken, she just might come to her senses. So yes, I ask that you explain things to her and bring her back.
Can't help wondering. Got no plans to vie for the crown yourself? Think a good number of the Jarls would support you.
A good number? Those opposed would be fierce, rabid. Madman Lugas would sooner see a Nilfgaardian on the throne. Besides, a man should know when to step aside. Hand the tiller to the youth among us.
If either Hjalmar or Ceres need help, I'll help them.
I thank you.
Well, now that we're done thanking one another, let's get to work. We must determine if Ciri is still on Ard Skellig. I'll change into travel attire and find you. Head south. The anomaly we should investigate destroyed a stretch of forest along the shore of the bay. A successful feast on all counts, Krag. I will see you later.
This, adornment. Greetings, White Wolf. I suspected you'd come by. Bah, I was sure of it.
Oh, yeah?
The best stocked armory in all Skellig is right here at Caer Trolde Castle. Everyone knows it.
I'll gladly see for myself.
Take your time. Give them all a careful look.
Looking for someone who can make me a master quality breastplate.
Never known a master who wasn't a dwarf.
Fergus, perhaps? Say he's holed up somewhere in Velen.
Wouldn't matter.
Wonder if he's as strong as he looks.
Interested in a weapon?
What are you peddling?
$4,000. Not so fast, Roach.
We little Morgan's birthday tomorrow. Last night was.
Greetings.
Maybe he's looking to get hired.
Rurik, right? Heard you were on a boat the drowners attacked.
Aye, I was. With Ulf, my cousin, gathering our crab traps off the Kjerrig cliffs. Ulf was pulling up a line, having a hard time of it. You know, grand, I thought. Cage has got to be full, it'll be a good haul. Then something tugged back and down. Weren't a blink and Ulf was underwater. Called after him once, twice, thrice. Then the water went red with blood. I smelled something horrid. Rotten, but worse. And the Muir Diablin flipped the boat. Don't even know how I made it ashore. Must have had Freyr watching over me.
That, or the monsters had eaten their fill. Thanks for the story.
Strange longship we're building. Bottom's almost flat. About a 2-foot drop.
Can you toss an axe? Me brother can.
Are you Tove? I was told drowners killed your husband.
Then you were told right. First the sea took my son,
And now me man. I'm the only one left. Chavilla, our son, he went out fishing and didn't come back. My man would walk out to the Kierag cliffs every day to watch for his boat. I told him he cannot bring him back to life, and that he could die himself. We'd heard about drowners, but he couldn't sit still. Donned his old coat and went. One night, he didn't come home. I fetched me brother, grabbed a torch, and we went looking for him. The Muira Diablin, sea fiends. They'd clawed him so bad, I only knew him by his coat.
Small comfort, I know. But the drowner problem will soon end. I promise you that. Farewell.
That's it, Roach. Let's go.
Another victim. That stench. Drowners for sure. There must be. Crabs. Must be near the fishing ground Rurik mentioned. That stench. Drowners for sure. Lair must be nearby. That stench. Drowners for sure. Lair must be nearby. That stench again. Slime and rotting flesh. A pelvis, scratched up, long wide claw marks. More drowners. Lair, but definitely not a drowner's. Almost untouched. Hidden for later. Drowners just don't do that. Almost untouched. Hidden for later. Drowners just don't do that. Almost untouched. Hidden for later. Drowners just don't do that. Torn sails, lines, sailing decor, you could call it. Bruises on his neck, crushed larynx, strangled. That stench, the marks on the bodies. This must be a water hag's lair. Got a keen sense of smell. She won't come back while I'm here, unless she coexists with drowners. Maybe I could make an extract from their glands, cover up my scent. Rusty piece of armor, falling apart in my hands. Human bones. Unbroken, but the marrow's been sucked out. Need a long, thin tongue for that.
I don't know where to find this one thing. dip.
Your mum shut you out. Now the grave will take you back. Go on.
Feeling any better?
Remember last year? No one is horse played right off.
I recognize your type a mile away.
Greetings.
Greetings. Fair.
Got there. Water was running red with blood.
Someone might have been gotten fish upstream.
Go, go. Let's go.
sea hurled ashore. Hey, you! What clan you from?
No clan. I'm from the continent.
Skellige warriors alone drinking this tap.
Not looking for trouble.
Look at him. Raise your voice and his tail slinks between his legs, like a dog who's heard a wolf howl at the moon.
Looking to eat? Wait out in the yard then, till ill tosses what's left in our bowls or the fence.
Whosoever denies shelter to a traveller disgraces himself and brings shame on his clan. Your da's teach you nothing.
Don't you talk to me about me da, Yorand, or I'll tuck you in neath the barrow.
And you remember this, stranger. This here's not Caer Trolda. And we's not on Crate. Guests are not welcome.
You don't mind the occasional traveler?
I mind fools, no matter where they're from.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Jorund, son of Sigvald. If you've no one to drink with, sit down with me. Share some mead and a tale.
Must be the one the Jarl summoned.
Well,
show me what
specialty.
Bro got all the food.
See.
Aye, Geralt?
Saw your notice. Pretty bare. Can you tell me more about the beast?
It's a ghost, I think. Or some other nightmare. Haunts Eldberg, near the lighthouse. Started harmless. Lighthouse just stopped burning one night. Without that light, ships can't make Arenbjorn safely, so we sent 2 men to see what had happened.
Let me guess. They didn't come back.
Nay, they didn't. Mikjal, the lightkeeper, he'd also gone missing. So I gathered some lads, a rescue party, and off we sailed. As we neared the isle, I hit the rudder hard and turned round. I'd seen a wraith on shore. Must think me a coward. Will crude steel it not do us much good there? I felt it in me bones. All I could think to do was to gather gold round the village for a reward. Help us, and it's yours.
Gotta say, I like you, Jorund. But business is business. I'll need more than that.
I can add a sum, but not near that much. Grand. Let's call it that. Shake on it.
Fine. See what I can do.
Thank you, Geralt. You're a good sort. Ought to be said.
Faster. Take it easy.
Come on, Roach.
Are you serious? That was lame.
That's it, Roach. To surrender.
Bro, come on.
Not your average mist. Hey, anyone there?
How did you get here?
What do you think? It is an island. You Mikjal, the Lightkeeper? Jorund from Bjorn sent me. Where'd all those wraiths come from? Last saw something like this near Vergen when...
From nowheres. That's just it. Fire went out and wind died of a sudden. That's how it started. Came out here for oil, stepped out of the house, looked up, saw the mist rising. Then the ghost showed, came straight at me. Bolted back inside, hosped the door, and then I heard it. Someone whispered me name. Mikjal. Mikjal. I look out. There's the wraith. Big bugger, bigger than the rest, and cold flowing from it. Such cold the windows frosted o'er.
These ghosts didn't appear without reason. Something brought them here. Any ideas?
No clue. There's nothing here. The lighthouse, me hut, just rocks besides. Even bloody drowners know there's nothing for them on Elberg.
This wraith, the big one. Tell me more.
It seemed more clever than the others. Like it knew everything. Haven't helped much, have I? Sorry. Only saw it once. It disappeared right after.
Strange. Need to look around.
Here. This key opens the lighthouse. You know, in case you want to look inside, or you need to run from something.
Well. Lighthouse has got a pretty dark secret. Symbols of a bonding. Manifestations of ill will. Focused, concentrated. So it's a curse. A curse that keeps the specters here. A penitent. Good thing it hasn't appeared to me yet. Couldn't possibly kill it in this mist and darkness. Need that lighthouse working again. If Mikjal's the cursed one, the curse binds him to this place. He's the only one who can light the fire that'll break the curse.
Phew. It's just you. Learn anything?
Island's haunted by a penitent. Spectre punishes the guilty for crimes, foul deeds. Like luring ships onto the rocks, then looting the wrecks. Don't deny it. I found the letter.
Longboats sink every so often anyway. That's the sea, that's its nature. They sink near the isle, at least the cargo don't go to waste.
We'll come back to that later. Just now, I need your help.
But what? I'm no warrior.
Guessed that already. But a curse grips both you and this place, and only you can lift it. Luckily, all you gotta do is light the fire in the lighthouse. Penitent's invincible as long as darkness covers the island.
I can't go outside. It'll kill me. I can feel it. Perhaps you could.
I'll escort you. Now, no excuses. Grab some oil and let's go, before I change my mind.
Look! There! It's him!
I see it. Now shut your mouth
Yeah,
and
he
go
looks
light
cool.
the fire. Remember, you fail, the penitent will kill me, then come for you. Damn, you're ugly. Hurry up. Don't know how much longer I can manage this. Time to get this done.
Did it work?
It did, but that doesn't make the island safe. Because you're still here. A lightkeeper who lures ships onto the rocks. Sheesh.
I made a mistake. I know this now. Swear by Frey and all the gods, never again.
Best keep that promise. I ever hear of another ship, even a dinghy, running aground off Eldberg, I'll come back here, finish what the penitent started. Understand?
But I understand.
Dismember, freeze, crit.
Damn it.
Move. That's enough.
Wait. This one's really funny. What's the difference?
Man needs worries like a boat needs. Greetings, traveler.
Got back your stolen horn, and I, killed the thieves.
Shame that. They weren't evil men.
Didn't give me a choice. Where's my reward?
Take it. And next time, slay some damn monsters.
Ah!
You got stuck.
Get here.
Step aside.
They don't have a fast travel here, dude. Did y'all see that Outriders DLC coming out? I think in July or something like that. It looks cool. But what I'll have to do is, I might have to like start fresh because I'm gonna buy it on PC. Because what I played before was on Xbox. Unless they have like crossover, but I doubt it.
Dirty oaf. What are ye looking at?
Ah.
Aye, Geralt?
I killed the monster from the lighthouse. It was a penitent, very dangerous specter, and very rare.
Why did it ever appear on Eldberg? It's been a peaceful island always. Even sirens haven't nested there.
Someone committed a crime there. Did something terrible. Ask Mikkel for the details. Interesting man. Definitely more than meets the eye with him. Never mind that. Let's talk about my reward.
Aye, yes. Got it right here. Earned every last coin you did. And a round. Cheers to your health.
So long.
Got a taste for Skellige mead, vagrant?
It's not bad, thanks.
Huh. Then get yourself a keg for the road. And fuck off.
I see you lads still don't understand the law of hospitality. Tough. Seems like guts to pound it into you.
Thanks, Jorund. Pounding's always better with a partner.
Pots, come here. Two. I won't let this pass.
Did they kill them? My guy.
So many raids. Wars. Duels. Only to die at the hands of some miserable shits.
Stay calm. Get you a healer.
No point. Pierced me lung. I'll drown in my own blood ere too long. Pour a nip off for me at times. For Jorund, son of Sigvald, who lived honorable and died like a fool.
That was my fault.
Speak, damn it. There. I'd but 2 sons, and you killed them. You ended my line.
Sorry, but I didn't start it.
Does this stranger speak the truth? Who first drew a blade?
Dunno. It happened fast, and we were a few horns in.
You lie. You saw who started it. Had to.
I'd sooner believe one of our own. Men who know what honor is.
Don't want any more bloodshed, but I'll defend myself if I have to.
You'll make your defense before the Jarl. Only if Madman Lugos calls you innocent will you be free to go.
I'm to be judged by somebody you yourselves call madman?
That, or fight the whole village. And you'll never defeat us all. Not with 3 swords, you won't.
Fine. Lead the way. Just had to stop by that damn tavern. When's my trial?
When the Jarl summons you. Won't be soon. The longer a man crushes rocks, the less eager he is to give lip during trial. This one's waited a year. That one, 3.
All right.
Get to work then.
Well, what do you want?
To help you, Drifter.
Know how to escape?
Escape? Nay. But there's other ways out. I can ensure Lucas will try you today. You'll be free sooner, or go under the axe. Either way, out today.
Go on.
Owes me a favor, one of the guards. I can get him to take you to Lucas. Then you can owe me a favor. What do you say?
Sounds good.
Tell the guard to take you to Lucas. Tell him he does that, Simon will forget what happened at Fiersdal.
So what happened at Fiersdal?
None of your concern. Just go to him. Repeat what I said.
You bored? Grab a pickaxe.
Rather talk. About what happened at Fiersdal, for example.
Shut it!
It'll cost you. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
How the hell did you know about it?
From Simon Brambling. He promised to forget if you take me to see the Jarl.
Brambling. More like Simon Looselip. Ah, fine. Come with me.
My line dates back to the times of Ubin the Great. This dog ended it. He's gotta die.
I pass judgment here, Leif. Remember that.
But he's a vagrant, a foreigner. He don't deserve a trial, not even death by the sword. He...
Now go on. I want to hear this.
Geralt, didn't think I'd see you again so soon.
You invited me to your lands, Lugos. Said I'd find work here.
Aye, killing monsters, not men. Let's get to it. Leif claims you killed his sons, Corey and Crocky. What do you say to that?
Fought to defend myself, and Jorund.
None came forth to confirm your words.
And none will. Always easier to hang an outsider than to try one of your own, right?
Ha! Tongue as sharp as your blades.
Sharp? He insults me, insults our whole clan. The Codex of Ancestors says...
Quiet! I've made my decision. Geralt of Rivia, I find you guilty on 2 counts of murder. Punishment's death by suffocation. But you can buy your way out by paying Corey and Crocky's weight in silver.
You know I don't have that kind of coin. Unless those boys were a lot lighter than they looked.
I'm well aware of that. I'll pay the blood price myself.
What? That's against every law.
I make the laws here. Go home, Leif, because if you rile me, I'll tie this bag of silver round your neck and toss you in the sea.
Nice gesture, though I'm guessing it doesn't come free.
Tell me, Witcher, have you any honor?
I do.
I paid Leif on your behalf. That puts you in my debt, a debt of pride. You ought to do as I say. So, listen carefully. My lad, Blue Boy Lugos, has ventured out, but not against the Black Ones, nor to loot a convent. Got the notion to go to the Cave of Dreams, south side of the Isle, and none return from there. You're clever and good with a sword, 2 traits that rarely go together. So, you're to help him. I need an heir, no matter his mettle.
Take your things and do as I say, or lose your dignity and good name for all time.
Washed it all down with wine. Who's next? Without a murmur.
Greetings.
What do you want?
Someone's in a good mood.
What mood would you be in if you'd lost your son? So I'm asking. What do you want? So be it.
Greetings. Want to look up?
Take it, Ev.
Sure, if you can.
Zerrikanian Zephyrs, Mahakan battle axes, Virlean short swords. Where'd you get so many continental goods?
The sea provides.
And if it doesn't provide on its own, you hack off hands that hold swords in a death grip.
What? Yeah, think we just found all this on the shore, like seashells at low tide?
Show. So long.
This blade's not worth shite if a weak arm swinging it, eh? Fucking Godwin ripped out his heart. Heard it was still beating when he finished.
I want to get like a really badass chest piece.
I told them, monsieur.
Don't We've offended him, Sven. The woodland spirit seeks revenge. This here is him saying we've strayed from the old paths.
Offended him? The monster's killed 5 already. He doesn't give a rat's arse about paths or tracks or me or you. He's a ploughing beast from the ploughing forest.
Split his ribcage. A strong one, this spirit of yours.
That's so. And who might you be?
Geralt. I'm a witcher.
A killer for hire. What do you seek here?
Saw your notice.
What notice? This village is home to decent folk only. You won't find any work here.
Sure about that? Beast that did this, it's aggressive and incredibly strong. I can help you for a price.
I like this man. Ply your trade, Witcher. I believe we will agree terms.
You said the creature wants revenge. Why? For what?
Our forefathers hunted with spear and knife. This pleased the woodland spirit. He let us live in peace. We never knew hunger.
He killed back then too. He's always killed. How many lads died trying to become hunters? Now, since our hunters died in the war, the beast turned even more bloodthirsty.
We are uncreate. What others buy with gold, we buy with our lifeblood.
We are slaves to fear spread by blind fools like you. These woods are ours. High time we put an end to this beast.
I've heard enough. You've got a monster problem, that's clear. Just not sure you want it solved.
Oh, we do. Come see me. We'll figure us a fair price for the beast's head.
Our little talk while I looked over the corpse? Not nearly enough. Need to look around, figure out what I'm up against.
Be not rash, killer. It's not too late to bring back the old ways.
I'll decide what to do. But start collecting coin, just in case.
Remember that.
Ah,
you!
Need more time in the hours. Build your puppetry.
Got a trail to follow. Wonder where it leads. Smashed bones. That takes strength. No point in trying to parry its blows.
Uh-oh, I can't parry.
Sharpened its claws, or just marked off its territory. Thin and deep cuts, not unlike a razor. The lashing. Male. Very old. Damn it. Probably marked one of the villagers. Didn't have many friends, did he?
Folk aren't willing to look at this kind of death today. But in the past, I remember, I was just a lad. Lugos Hairlip led a raid on our village. Found nothing but silence and fog. I could barely make out my pa and my uncles lying in wait behind the trees. I remember how they hunted down one warrior after another, and once they surrounded Hairlip himself, well, I believe he'd rather have faced the woodland spirit.
Your spirit is a very old Leshen. He's dangerous, but I should be able to deal with him.
Rid us of him, yet he's what made us invincible. Turned us into great warriors.
Back by the tree, you said you know another way to stop the Leshen.
We must return to the old path, restore the old ways, roam the woods with knife and spear, fight on even terms and prove our valor. That would please him. Our ancestors placed the Covenant Stone in the woods, laid sacrifices of prized game on it, and thus made a pact, do as they did. Go south along the brook, submit to the trial by burning a sacrifice of wolves' hearts on the sacred spot.
There's no guarantee your method will work, and the risks are great. Probably easier to just kill the Leshen.
If the spirit dies, all game will leave the woods. Our men will lose their strength, and our women will be rendered barren. It will be the end of us all. That was our covenant.
Still better than certain death.
You're not from here. You don't understand. Death is nothing to us. Pride is everything.
Gotta give this some thought. So long.
Coroner, what's your step?
You all dressed up for me, Hildy?
Maybe.
Went to look at the tracks in the woods. Spirit sure knows how to make an impression on intruders.
Told you, he likes killing.
Almost certain we're dealing with an old Leshen.
An ordinary beast then, just as I said.
Not so ordinary. Monster like that's a serious threat to the village. And to me, if you decide to hire me.
Oh, don't you fret. We'll have the gold.
Just one small problem. The Leshen's marked one of you. As long as that individual lives near its domain, the beast can't be killed. Not completely. Sooner or later, it'll be reborn.
Must be one of the elders. Harold, I'm sure of it. You heard him.
Words aren't enough. Gotta find the mark my way.
Folk won't believe you. They'd never listen to an outsider accusing one of their own. But you find the marked one, and I'll handle the rest.
Gotta use my senses. Find the one marked by the woodland spirit.
Got me eye on you.
Dead tired, huh?
I shall name evil wherever I find it, and grant our foes no rest.
Oh, pardon me.
I shall name evil wherever
Is
I
Sven
find
visit
it,
today?
and grant our foes no
See him
rest.
looking at you. Pull that one in, Hilda.
I shan't parley with you.
How am I supposed to find
You
this
kick Lugos
person?
the fuck in. Now dander about with nary a fear. Dead tired, huh?
I bet you won't stop pestering me with this confounded cough.
May your axe never crumble.
A witcher, eh?
Friends we show heart, foes we show hearts.
The Leshen accepted my offering.
I saw the smoke rise and crows dance in the sky. Everything will return to the old ways.
You'll see in a few days. I've done my part.
Expecting coin, eh? Don't fret. I've got your gold. Take it. You've earned every last bit.
You do know young boys will continue to die at the Covenant Stone trying to become hunters. The killing will never end.
I've not paid you to lecture me. You've done your job. It's time you left.
Well, well, Harold. Paying the Witcher behind our backs to sod off and let the monster live!
We finished off the other elders. Just one left.
Death's but another stage in the cycle. I embrace it.
Be gone, Witcher, and you can keep your coin.
Think murder will change something?
You've done your part. Got your coin. What are you waiting for? No monsters left around here.
I won't let you kill him.
The Witcher first! Get him!
You're looking ill. Best nurse some mead at the tavern.